So Pepper, hey, how about we go and have a look at Clermont? We'll go and have a look at Clermont. You ready to go? Okay. I have lived in Clermont now for, I'm not sure, months anyway. And I moved here in October last year, and in December the really bad floods came and I was thrown into full-time work and part of the flood recovery team, and that was exhausting and amazing at the same time. And now here we are in April. I've done quite a few trips home to Mackay, and including my camping trip last weekend, and now this is Easter weekend. And I thought, you know what, I haven't really seen much of Clermont, so I'm going to have a look around this afternoon. This is Easter Monday, and with my little kick here, with little Pepper, Pooch, and thought I would share it with you. So this is just coming out of my street. So let's go. Alright, so I don't know how many times I've driven past this, wondering where the historical piano in the tree is. Very glary here, so I hope you can see the piano in the tree. And this isn't the original one. It's a replica of what happened, and it shows you the history here of when the in 1916 they had a horrible flood, and it says here, the 1916 flood, despite warnings from the local Aboriginal people, Clermont was built on flat, flood-prone land. And then tragedy hit the town in December 1916 when a cyclone crossed the coast between Bowen and Mackay. And little warning could be given to the Clermont residents when a 16-foot wall of water swept over the town during the early hours of December 28, 1916. Alright, so continue. Later, many more bodies of flood victims were recovered, but were buried where they were found. So I'm not sure how many, but it was a couple of hundred people that died. It was hundreds anyway. And the piano that rests in the fork of this tree, this was one of the 3 pianos found resting in trees, 30 foot high, along the banks of Sandy Creek. So that's pretty amazing, isn't it? Yeah. And what I also noticed was the other day, driving to work, you'll see out past here there's this blue tree, and they were painting it. I think council were painting it, so there's a painted blue tree there now, and I'm not sure the significance or why, but I will find out. Now they also have this stone here, which is a flood memorial, and I'm not sure what this one is. Yeah, so this is another memorial. The Clermont flood, December 1916. And this is a replica of a tree that marks the corner of Drummond and Capricorn Streets. Wow. A wall of water from Wolfang Creek on top of Sandy Creek, which was already overflowing, began sweeping houses and shops downstream. The maximum height was approximately that shown by the mark above. And by the time the water had subsided, some 60 people had perished. So yeah, it was high, that watermark there. Alright, so I've decided we'll take a drive to Teresa Creek Dam, sorry. It's one of the popular spots from Clermont, and being Easter Monday, I'm hoping it's a lot quieter there if we go out there today. and apparently it's been packed all weekend. People go out there to fish, to ski, to camp. I believe it's $20 a night to camp at Teresa Creek Dam, and probably take about 20 minutes to get there. So let's go. What do you reckon, Pepper? You want to go to the dam? Hey, will we go to the dam? Hey, we go to the dam and go for a walk? Okay. What are you going to do, miss? Hmm? Yeah. Howdy. Lovely and green out this way. We're probably about halfway to Teresa Creek. So I'm just about to turn off here. Percy Albert Drive, Teresa Creek Dam 6. If I kept going, that would be Peakvale, and I just have to wait for the traffic. You want to go? No. You just let the kids go home. Yes. You've got a bit more brains. What's that say? No free camping. All visitors report to the kiosk and pay fees before finding a site. And I'm not camping, just having a look. So that's where you'd report there. Park area here. Generator hours 8 AM to 8:30. A little park over there. Amazing. It must be nearly 4 o'clock, and it's still so hot. Teresa Creek Dam Community Project. The water is unfit for human consumption. There we go. We might park down here and get out for a bit. Hey, Pepper? Boat ramp. Okay, so now we're coming up to another popular spot in Clermont, and that's Woods Lagoon. So a lot of people walk around this lagoon, walk their dogs, come for a picnic. Yeah, popular spot. So we're just going to pull up here, and I'm going to take Pepper for a bit of a walk, and yeah, we'll check it out. So I just thought I'd show you on the other side of the lagoon. That's my place of work. Well, it will be when we get back there. So with the floods, we were flooded out in that building. There'll probably be about another 6 months before we're able to move back in. And there's this little exercise area here. I think that's pretty cool. Not that I'm going to use it today. Not that I probably ever will. I don't know. But yeah, so all the equipment right on the lagoon, all free. What a great idea. I wonder if that's an exercise bike. Oh no, it's more of a pedal thingy. Yeah. Oh no, well then there's a kind of a laid-back one, and you can pedal on that one. That's pretty cool. I'll probably have a go on that. Alright, well if you can see just a... Oh really? Oh, okay. Hello. I am trying to talk. Okay, yeah. I haven't got any food. So just across from there, you can see that blue and white building. That's the Bowls Club, and it's on the lagoon as well. But that's where we're working out of now. So the Bowls Club, I think, is 20 Lime Street, and where we worked at Laguna that got flooded was 5 Lime Street. So that's the difference. It's just that little bit higher ground, and it wasn't flooded out. So amazing what a little bit of height will do on land. That's taught me. I can see an Aboriginal flag over there too. I'm not sure what the significance is. I might go for a drive around soon and have a look. But I'm just going to get Pepper out. Ready for a walk, Pep? Hey? Are you ready for a walk? Hey? Are you ready for a walk? Yeah, he is. Now, I don't know if Pepper's seen a duck or a goose before, so be interesting to see his reaction, if any. They're going to have more of a reaction to him, I think. Yep. In the water. Come on, Pep. We're going to go for a walk. Hello. Pepper, you have a friend who's been swimming. Look, Pepper. Hello. You've been having fun, hey? Where's your owner? Did you run off to have a swim? Yeah? So this is the other side of the lagoon. Somebody's been doing some chalk art, and at the end of that little bridge there, this is where that Aboriginal flag, I think, where I saw it. Yes, I just wanted to see what that was about. So we've got the two boomerangs, and then the flag in the centre. Here we go. So the original inhabitants of the Clermont district were the Aboriginal people, the four main tribal groups in the region being the, forgive me if I say it wrong, the Karis, the Wongans, the Jagalingas, and the Jambians. As the taking up of traditional tribal lands by the early white settlers in the 1950s saw the eruption of hostilities as the Aborigines sought to protect their traditional lifestyle and food sources from invasion by white settlers. However, as in other parts of Australia, the sheer numerical and military strength of the European settlers determined the ultimate outcome. This artwork is a recognition of the historical association of the Aboriginal people with the Clermont area and seeks to promote a greater acceptance and understanding of Aboriginal culture and way of life, and a bridging of the gap between Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal society. Oh, some beautiful rocks. There, look at this fella. Wow. Wow. That's awesome. So we're just over there where all the geese are. Yeah. Yeah. I just wanted to see what that was all about. So as you can see, the lagoon is quite, there's a lot more to it than I've seen yet, so I'll have to discover more in the days and weeks ahead. So another part of Clermont is Centenary Park. I'm not sure of the history. The beautiful park, lots of trees. Over to the right there's a little like a sectioned off place for doggies. There's barbecues, picnic areas, and it's also at the back there's the lagoon that we've been looking at, and further up there is public toilets, and yeah, just another little area you can visit when you're in Clermont. And then just up from Centenary Park there's this wonderful fenced in undercover park, which is a great idea because it gets so hot out here, and it's not far from the public toilets as well. So it's great. The kids can't just get out, that's all fenced in. Yeah, so that's a lovely little park. I can imagine that's very well used for mums with young kids. So this is the end of the lagoon, or the beginning, whichever way you want to look at it. I just want to show you this bridge. It gets me every time. It shows the force of the water with the floods. See how it just collapsed it all in, all the metal? Yeah. So all this was all, the water was just racing through here during the floods. Hard to imagine now. Yeah, so that's the end of the lagoon. And I guess they've got to fix that one day. Yeah. So we're in the main street now. This is Capella Street, the business centre of Clermont. and I've just at the quiet end coming back from the lagoon. So this is the Leo Hotel and Motel. I have been there for a meal and the food was amazing, and it has a very good reputation for its food. And just sort of across from there, there's the servo, the Caltex servo, and you can see there that at the moment unleaded is $2.45.9 and diesel is $3.14.9 a litre. So this is Easter Monday 2026. Alright, so it's the Clermont Country Motor Inn and the Red Hide restaurant, or Red Hide Bar and Grill. I haven't been in there, so I've no idea what it's like. So it's Easter Monday, so it's very quiet. Good opportunity to do this. So across the road here, this is just up from the Leo, still on Capella Street. We've got a computer workshop. We've got a furniture, florist and homewares store there. And so this main street's just a lot of old little shops. There's no shopping centre here like, you know, like big shopping centres that you go in and there's shops everywhere. Just basically one main street and some off streets. Across from here, this is the where the Uniting Church, this is Uniting Church meets. And across from the Uniting Church there's another, looks very nice, quite newish building, hotel motel. Not sure what it is. I'll go off a bit further and have a look. Alright, so it's the Clermont Country Motor Inn and the Red Hide restaurant, or Red Hide Bar and Grill. I haven't been in there, so I've no idea what it's like. And opposite there, the IGA, we've got G something motors, GL I think, GL motors or GR motors. I should know by now. They're the ones I use for fuel. I get my fuel there, and they're also the RACQ people, and you can also get your car serviced and repaired there. So just for reference, that's GR Motors. And next door to that we've got Hide to Tide. Really don't know what that is. Haven't actually done a lot of shopping here at all. Where I've gone and looked in all the shops. There's another little park across the road here. What's this one called? It's got public toilets, mother's restroom, Rose Harris Park. There we go. And next to that, I think that's an accountant business, and they sell the Gumby Gumby farm honey and the Gumby Gumby, what are they? The tablets from the Gumby Gumby tree. And one of the fellas who works, he's on the committee, the vice president of the committee where I work, he actually runs that farm. Yeah, so I actually take the Gumby Gumby capsules. It's supposed to be very good for you. Now across here in this beautiful old building, that's Life Church, that's the AOG church, and they also have an op shop. Next door to that is a little business called Alert Couriers. There's the news agency. There's a lot in that news agency. I've gone there quite a bit. And then there's another business called Ornabello's, which sells lovely little craft and gift items, beautiful coffee, clothes. It's a very popular place here in Clermont with the ladies going shopping there. Further ahead, I've gone there many times, is Clermont Post Office. So it's a lovely little post office. They're all lovely and friendly. And then at the end of the street there's a bakery, there's the big commercial hotel, and this hotel is called the Grand Hotel Motel. So that's how many pubs? probably 1 through 3, at least 3 pubs that I've said already. Yeah. I haven't been to this grand hotel. I went to the commercial hotel with the ladies on Saturday, and we had a meal there. So there's the Clermont Courthouse. Lovely old building, looking pretty good for its age. And a bit further down from the courthouse we have the pharmacy, Clermont Pharmacy. It just has the one pharmacy here. There we go. Open Monday to Friday and Saturday mornings. And they're lovely and friendly. And it's next door to the Anglican church. And that's the Anglican church hall there, and there's the big church there. And I think, yes, across from that we've got the bigger Cornet's IGA supermarket. So that's the big IGA. So a little IGA and a big IGA. Coming up here we've got the RSL. I haven't been in here, so I don't know what it's like. It says we are open every Friday from 5:30 p.m. So they've just had a loud shirts night, so that sounds like a lot of fun. And this is the local hardware store, which is Mitre 10 in Clermont. Very busy shop, very lovely people, very helpful. So probably one of the things that first caught my eye when I came to Clermont was this artwork done at the railway station. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Very clever. Railway station. There's no passenger trains to Clermont or out of Clermont now. Just the occasional train for the coal. So just coming down here now, this is the Clermont Caravan Park. So we've got powered sites, camping facilities, camp kitchen, barbecue, air conditioned cabins and laundry. And I've been driving through there quite a few times for different clients. And so here, just going down this road, this is where the showgrounds are, and it's got E.H. Faint Memorial Grounds. So I'm on either side as you drive in. So that must be a very special name in Clermont, I would say. And there's the sale yards down here for the cattle and the showgrounds. So, and a grid. In May, there is the rodeo coming up, so I guess this is where to go. I guess I'm not really sure which way to go there. No free camping. There is a place to free camp at Clermont. I'm not sure. I think it's at the back of a servo somewhere. There's no public transport or taxis in Clermont. I know that much. There is one community bus that I know of, and that is for the hack bus. So for older people, they pick them up, take them shopping or to their appointments and so on. And so the pavilions are down here. I've been here once before, and to have a for women's, what was it, International Women's Day, I came down here. And what I found interesting is to have all these power boxes here. So I'm not sure, you know, you can plug in, so for caravans and so on, but I'm not sure what all that's about. And at the moment they do have people staying here, just Blaze Aid, that's right, Blaze Aid are here, and that must be their van, and they're helping people affected by the floods, helping them with their fencing, which is awesome. So they're probably allowing them to stay here. But yeah, there's so many of these. Yeah, so I guess, you know, you can pay to stay here. I'm just guessing. Don't really know, just like any showgrounds, I guess. But I'm wondering, this is where the rodeo will be. Maybe, I don't know. I'll find out as I go along. I'd like to go. Never been to a rodeo. Someone camping there with their horses. More powered sites there. Amazing. I believe the CWA here, they've been amazing with the flood recovery, and they're also cooking and baking food for these Blaze Aid people. Beautiful community spirit. What do you reckon, Pepper? Hey? Time to take you home? You're pretty cruisy, aren't you? Hey? Yeah.